Hello, hello. It's good to be back streaming on the Uptime1 account. Or no, the Base IDs account. I was just thinking about how awful Uptime1 will be if I ever get around to doing that. Today we are continuing where we left off. Canto 9 Part 2. We will see if we get stuck today. Last time we found out that the Thumb Apprentice left early and things were a lot easier than expected. I don't think we'll have a similar experience today, but we can hope. We're still stuck with these same 4 IDs for a lot of this part, which I was pretty surprised about. They really said, here's 3 new IDs for the start of the season. You can't use any of them except for one fight. I guess there were a few fights at the start of part 1 before we got split off. Yeah, we still got Yisong here, one of the worst base IDs. We still got Gregor, the actual worst base ID, and then Mare and Ryosu, who are good by base ID standards. That being said, these first fights aren't going to be too bad, I don't think. I mean, we fought Pekatula before. The ring mannequins weren't too bad last time. And I don't think Shock Centipede will be an issue. At least I really hope he isn't. There's no way we EX clear that stage though. That is being added to the list of impossible EX clears, I'm sure of it.
그렇게 시원하게 처리하면 보는 맛이 나는군. 일 처리는 빠르게 하는 편이 덜 답답한 법이지.
Yeah, we got a new Dawn ID in the game. Kind of spoiling a bit of the Canto that we were going to be betrayed by this person that looks suspiciously like the new Dawn ID. But I mean, but they spoiled Ricardo through his announcer before, so this isn't a first for Project Moon.
골치 아픈 것들이 고기 조각이 되었군요, 단테. 곱들을 제거하겠습니다.
아름답진 않네.
Almost done with this first fight here. I'm gonna say almost, kind of almost done. It's probably 2 more turns. I think at the end of Canto 8, I said something along the lines of, I don't know how they're ever going to make this game hard again because Chain Battle is just so good for us. It turns out they found a way, just don't give us Chain Battle. Limit our sinners down to 4 for half of the Canto. Because if I had full Chain Battle, 7 deployed sinners, I don't think I would be too worried about Moth, but that is not the case. Ryosu getting almost half of the damage there. I guess she is almost half of my skill slots. 2 out of 5. There's another Pekatula stage? I forgot about this one. Okay, well. Thought we were fighting ring mannequins.
위에서 당신을 관리자로 정한 데에는 합당한 이유가 있겠지. 기대하고 있겠습니다. 단테.
교정에 따라 실행합니다.
You know, I don't know if this is just me, and we'll see if it continues on this stream today, but I really feel like I've been hitting Tails rolls more after this update. It's probably nothing, it's probably just me like noticing when it matters, because I was trying to do solos and stuff. But like, I swear I was hitting 1 in 800 double Tails rolls on 45, even a 1 in 4,000 3 Tails roll, and it's like, I wasn't playing that much. For me to notice that many Tails, maybe they messed up their code again. Hello Miss Rock, welcome to the stream.
이 기회에 평소 지휘 실력을 확인해 보죠. 단테. 하던 대로 해보십시오.
폭들을 제거하겠소.
Glad these aren't class 3 Fekatula, because those can actually be an issue for base IDs.
이제
Especially the Gloom 1. He inflicts a lot of sinking. Because I know in the dialogue, Hohenheim, where someone mentions that there are class 3 Fekatula here.
골치 아픈 것들이 고기 조각이 되었군요. 단테. 나쁘지 않은 성과입니다.
좋아, 간다.
It's gotten to the point where I know most of the Hecatoulum's resistances, just like I have it memorized. Which I didn't think I would ever get there, but I guess when you have as many hours in this game as I do, it eventually happens.
일 처리는 빠르게 하는 편이.
And I'm trying to, you know, match resistances here just to kill them a bit faster. Hopefully we can get to the interesting stuff pretty quickly here. I don't know how I'm 5 clash power over on that guy. Are they like level 40?
깨졌어.
교정대로
귀찮은 보이가
What's your offense level?
관리자. 우선순위를 잘 분배.
48. Yeah. Why are they -8 offense level? Are they always like this? Class 1 Pekatula? Now I'm curious. I know they're always easy, but I've never like paid attention to how easy they are.
예술이 뭔지 보여주지.
내 팔은 변해 있었어.
10 bleed, better than 10 tremor. Although does this guy have like bleed resistance, I wonder, since he is... Yeah, 50% less bleed damage, so that was one of the worst things for suddenly one day to give us.
좋아, 간다.
Ryoshu is definitely going to be doing the carrying today for every fight. I mean, here she has 2 slots, does good damage. On Centipede, I guess Centipede is probably her weakest fight, because his parts are weak to Pierce and Blunt. And I don't think he takes good damage from her sins, so maybe Centipede Ryoshi won't be the MVP, and it will go to, like, Mare. But then Moth, the wings are slash weak, and that's, like, my only hope of getting that fight done. So hopefully Ryoshi can break those in, like, 2 turns, maybe 3 turns. And then, of course, the actual fights of this part of the Canto. She is designed to carry, she is invulnerable, so we will, of course, have to be heavily abusing that if we want any chance.
규정에 따라 실행합니다.
Unless a base Ryoshi solo can just work. I might try that for the last boss, assuming we can get past Moth and even get that far today. I don't think she's immortal in the Moth fight. I'm pretty sure it's only the, like, named bosses. Which is why I'm more worried about Moth than the others. If she was immortal during Moth, I mean, I guess Moth has big AoE, so it could still be an issue.
아름답진 않네.
She's not immortal in Moth, I figured. Yeah. I don't even know if immortality would help there, though, just because of
시시했지.
the problematic AoE move. Wow, we missed the EX clear on that one. That was definitely possible, but just not on that run. So is it Centipede now, or is there another fight I'm forgetting? We have Hide and Seek. Project Moon learned how to move their sprites around. Use my Durantes on Moth? It's very possible I will. I would imagine, no, just because of last phase, I don't think I'll leave Gregor out, but if I find myself losing to Centipede, I could leave someone out, double slot Mare or something. We'll just see how this goes first.
얼간이들이 흥겨워하는군. 대체로 저럴 때는 이유가 있는 법입니다. 이유를 잡아 쫓아보시죠.
It's like, his skill 2 is better than his... Can I break the head, actually? Do I even want to break the head? Let's just see. This is a first attempt, we'll attempt this. I'll probably just get all tails rolls and not break it. Yeah, so far so true. Mare is not doing 100 damage. Or 200 rather. He is doing 100 though, that's good. So I'm pretty sure I'm like never beating this move unless he double tails rolls. Maybe he double tails rolls twice though. And besides that, we're pretty much neutral everywhere. And it's great to see. Mare cannot clash anything.
예술이 뭔지 보여주지.
You know, breaking one coin, I will take it. It's unfortunate that he double headrolled on the damage though. Ryoshi's just going to die turn 2 here. Yeah, okay. Definitely not immortal. Let's give that another attempt. Wow, what a cool thumbnail. I wonder why you, of all people, could be saying that right now. Instant reset? Yeah, that was not a good start, to say the least.
예술이 뭔지 보여주지.
So he just always does this turn 2. Maybe Ryoshu can clash it. He's got like 3 chances for him to double tails roll. This is better than the neutral it says because I have more coins.
뭐야? 나한테
And then
보이게?
Gregor can tank green pierce damage pretty well. So I'm just going to let both of those hit him since I don't have a great odds of clashing there. Okay.
예술이 뭔지 보여주지.
Oh, that's going to paralyze her for the important clash. That's unfortunate. I might have won that too. 300 damage on turn 2. That's crazy. And Gregor's a lot worse at tanking green pierce damage when he's staggered.
패잔병같이 무릎을 꿇고 있을 때인가 13번수 감자. 평소처럼 넉살 좋게 같이 상황을 개선해 보시지.
Oh, and Mare can't. Mare being slow is going to be annoying here. I can just already tell from these 3 turns I've played of this fight. Just woke up, how's it been going? We've pretty much just started. We had 2 easy Pekasula stages to go through, and now we're just entering the experimentation phase of the Centipede here. And so far it's seeming worse than I expected, unfortunately. Because, like, I mean, this guy's just killing me on turn 2. I guess I need to reset until I get lucky on that clash, but I don't want that to be the answer. This one is not winning. What is my best skill to clash his big move on turn 2? It's probably like Gregor's skill 3.
대체로 저럴 때는 이유가 있는 법입니다.
Triple slot Ryoshu and double slot Mare. It's an option, but I'm worried about last phase if I did that. I think I just want the health to tank through last phase.
폭들을 제거하겠어.
You're surprised that Shock Centipede doesn't inflict Rupture? The Season 1 and 2 abnormalities were kind of a mess for what they do. Yeah, Mare is just so fragile here. Green Pierce, it's double fatal. Gregor cannot clash anything. Why are you so fast? 2 to 5 on both of your parts, but you're just rolling 4 and 5 almost every turn. And that's another loss on the clash here. Only 1 hens roll this time. But if we're losing every single turn 2 clash, we might as well reset. Okay. I kind of like the idea of benching someone, but I think I'm actually going to keep Gregor
오늘따라 집중이 잘 안 됐던 것 같아.
and bench Mare because he just dies and is like too slow to redirect.
앞장서시오.
Yisong at least has decent damage here. We'll see how this goes.
목적지는 호기만 쏘.
저건
We at least do get this 1 turn to get rid of skill 1s. I just wish I could like gain any sanity on this turn or do anything else productive. Five speed again. Resonance can get that up to a favored. That's definitely the best shot we have at clashing that. And then
원하는
Yisong,
것을
yeah, you
찾으셨소.
resist Pierce, so you can do that. Let's see.
폭들을 제거하겠소.
That's gonna paralyze me again, and this will be far from favored while paralyzed. He just got heads anyway, though. Double tails, so I don't stagger everywhere. We might not be completely killed immediately. We actually won a clash. I didn't know it was possible.
그렇게 했을 테지. 이만하면 훌륭하군요.
And he's much less threatening on this turn. He's still rolling 5 speed though. Do you have a passive that's like always rolls maximum speed? No? Okay. Hopefully by the time he's using that move again, if he does,
폭들을 제거하겠소.
I never got that far on my main account, then I'll have ego for it. Although, losing all of these clashes is not ideal. Gloom Fatal on Yisong, not what you like to see? Okay. Yeah, maybe that thing I was saying earlier about more than the expected amount of tails is holding true.
평소처럼 넉살 좋게 같이 상황을 개선해 보시지.
Gregor's... I mean, Centipede could tails roll. Gregor might not be dead off this. We'll see.
예술이 뭔지 보여주지.
The bleed will be pretty bad though. Because Centipede, he's on that list of bosses that inflict way too much bleed for a solo, if you actually let it get this far. Yeah, 12 by 7. Gregor, you are basically dead. Hello, you woke up in the middle of the night. Well, you're in time to see us get stuck on Centipede for way longer than I would like. I can tell already that that's what's happening.
예술이 뭔지 보여주지.
The bleed and the burn. Yeah, that's what these two Abnor fights will be. It's like, if Centipede is giving me as much trouble as he is, how on earth am I going to deal with Moth? That one's going to be so much worse, isn't it? Okay, we get a turn to recover here a bit.
간다.
Gregor, wait, that was my bad there. I
아무래도
could have
상황이
bleed canceled this move, but like, I need him alive. Let's just win more than one clash on turn 2. There is not a single wrath skill on these 4. Ryoshu and Yisong cannot get their egos. We discovered that last time.
좋아. 간다.
Gregor's ego we can get. Chains of Others we also can get. I probably should bring Mare back after this attempt. Can Gregor clash anything? Okay, do these two. Let's see, 5 neutrals.
폭들을
How many of those
제거하겠소.
can I win? 1. Six heads in a row, 7 heads in a row from Centipede there. Which staggered Ryoshi, made her not even try to clash that. Okay. Yeah, let's get Mare back on the field.
아스라이.
Can I get the resources to use Chains of Others on turn
네.
2?
원하신다면
that's something I have not
네.
considered.
보여주지.
최소
앞장서시오. 목적지는 호기만소.
It needs like 2 envy or something. I don't think I can. You can't? Okay. You would think I would know what this costs by now with how much I've needed it on this run. So 1 sloth, 1 gloom, 2 envy, and only Yisung has envy. Yeah.
표정에 따라 실행합니다.
So the earliest I could change is on turn 3, but his turn 4 isn't super threatening. Also, he's like, he has 2 parts, so I can only change half of him at a time.
테지. 이만하면 훌륭하군요.
It really shouldn't be this difficult to win one of these neutrals, though.
표정에
I just
따라
need to win against his
실행합니다.
AoE move on like one of these attempts, and it will be a lot better. I even have sanity this time, surely. This is the one. There we go. How much damage do you do even after you're broken, I wonder? Oh, actually 0, okay. Replace Mare with Vespa. That would help a lot, yeah. I'm sure no one will notice. Well, I have some sanity now. On Ryoshu at least. If one thing has to... Okay, so one attack has to go unopposed. Which one should it be? Probably, like, this one. Yeah, okay.
좋아, 간다.
If we can just get, like, full sanity here, then this could be the attempt. But Gregor is failing. Ryoshu should have full sanity here, which is very good. Never mind.
위에서 당신을 관리자로
I'm surprised that said favored. It must have just... Oh, because she, like, got bleed, or he used self-charge or something. Yeah. Combat start, he gains the self-charge, which gave him base power. So I was rolling 2 higher than it predicted. But next turn, he should coil up, so I'll have a moment to, like, unstagger. Because I'm expecting someone to stagger this turn. Mare can't clash, so something has to be unopposed again. I don't want it to hit Ryoshu because she's already bleeding. Which means the only thing not targeting Ryoshu is that one, so I guess that one won't be clashed. Let's see how terribly this
적들을
goes.
제거하겠소.
Gregor just can't win a clash today. How's the damage progress? We've done about 200, 1/6 of his health in the first 5 turns.
같이 상황을 개선해 보시지.
And he's not coiling up. I thought you were supposed to do this every 5 turns. Is it next turn? It's probably next turn. We have to ignore something. It's probably best if it's this move that doesn't inflict bleed. and it's an unbreakable coin, so even if I clashed it, it would do damage. So slot 2 we ignore. I hate that that's just neutral.
표정에 따라 실행한다.
And he gets heads repeatedly. Okay, tails rolled, so even if I won the clash, it like wouldn't have mattered.
얼간이들이 흥겨워하는군. 대체로 저럴 때는 이유가
Okay,
있는
so I'm pretty sure his body uses the AoE move next turn. So I'm going to chains the body.
폭들을
Hope I'm right about
제거하겠소.
that. It's unfortunately just going to permanently make
수많은 것들이
Merlow sanity. He's never recovering. Yes, okay. The body does that. Zero chance Mare wins a clash, so just guard, I guess. No one else can redirect that anyways. Dominating Yisong? Do we believe it? Can't do 9, but I subject myself to extreme torture. It's the average Limbus Company player experience right here. Let's see.
폭들을 제거하겠소.
My slash damage is just so small. I don't think that was actually a dominating clash, but we won, so it's fine.
이 기회에 평소 지휘 실력을 확인해 보죠, 단테.
Okay, this is actually a clash that Mare can win. I have 4 chances for Centipede to double tails roll. Statistically, I should win that clash. And that's not even saying that I could technically beat him if he gets 1 heads. Now, I can actually clash everything today. He's going to have more self-charge, so that will have base power, so that's actually 50-50. Yeah. Because he's gaining 10, so at least he will still have 5, so all of these have their conditionals. So actually, never mind this, or no, that gains coin power, so yeah, it's still, I just need him to double tails roll. Okay. Ryoshu can beat those even when they're powered up, and Gregor just hit 2 heads in a row, maybe 1 and 4. No? Okay. Well, Gregor is going to be dead soon because of bleed. And there's the tails rolls we need from Centipede. Mare actually won a clash, and that's big damage too.
밖에서 맞고
By
있는
Base ID
꼴을
standards, at
그다지
least.
유쾌하진 않군. 관리자, 수감자를 무방비하게
5 speed I
만들지
can't redirect at
마십시오.
all, so one of these is hitting Yisong. He can try to clash the first one. Oh, and Mare also can't redirect at all, so 2 things are guaranteed hitting Yisong this turn. Isn't that lovely?
표정에 따라 실행한다.
You've been wanting to watch a base ID run all day. I'm hoping I can show you some of what you actually want to see, because I'm sure you weren't itching to watch the Centipede fight. But I'm glad to have your support. Next turn he should coil up, which gives me a bit of a chance to recover again, so I don't need to chains him. You can just do your best to clash that one there. What's doing the most damage? Not that. I guess both of those are doing so little. I might actually be able to block fully. Yeah. It's probably better than the small chance I gain sanity, right? Like 1 in 4 to gain sanity. But even if I lose, it's so little damage I take. I don't think blocking it will help very much. So I would rather try to get sanity, even though it's unlikely. How bad do the base IDs have it in Centipede? Pretty bad so far. I have managed to beat that move in a clash 1 time. And then just... Oh, it's because I have to use these base IDs. If I could use whoever I wanted, I don't think this would be very bad at all. But I have to use Ryoshu, who is normally really good, but the slash damage is just nothing. And I have to use Gregor and Yisung, who are just bad even by base ID standards. And like I can't even fuel Ryoshi's ego, like... This is just not a good lineup to use against Centipede. I got the sanity. We take those about 1 in 4s. And yeah, coil up gives me a turn. So, I don't know what these passives are. I'm assuming it's something about if I actually break the head shield. I assume it's a good idea to break the head shield. It only has 16 health, it's a small commitment, and I'll probably be doing more damage by attacking this anyway. I will still change the body though.
표정에 따라 실행합니다.
They don't feel like a good lineup for any of the avenues, even with the IDs, but that's just your opinion. That's because Gregor just kind of still, it's always been the case, has like the weakest ID pool. Can I read your passives yet? After using coil up, if the shield is exhausted, spend all self-charge, all parts become staggered next turn. So that's a lie. This version of Centipede clearly does not do that, because I did just break his shield and his parts are notably not staggered. It's not a big deal though, because I can actually clash him here. Thank you, Project Moon, for the accurate passives. Yep. Probably a translation issue? No, it's just that's on the normal version of Centipede, but this new revamped one doesn't stagger. He seems to have permanently lost skill slots though, which is interesting. He's only doing 3 things per turn now. He just completely changed patterns. I can't redirect that. Mare can't clash anything, hit the head. Yeah, I really can't believe they just messed up the title completely like that on 933. We got 1,000 lunacy for it though, so we take those. Alright, Gregor, can I trust you to win that? Worst case, you take some Envy blunt damage. That's a pretty bad worst case. You can use an ego.
좋아, 간다.
그간의 전투 경험이 쓸모가 없진 않았군요. 단테 적합한 조치였습니다.
변해 있었어.
We're getting him lower now. 500 health between us and last phase. We should stagger the body soon here. Hopefully the body is using, yeah, like multiple attacks, and I can just stagger it before it attacks. It is 20 damage off, I can definitely do that. Right? The body is Pierce Sloth weak. As long as Yisong wins that clash, and even if he loses, Mare takes like a little bit of damage. It's not a big issue. In the event that the body doesn't stagger, I guess I should... No, I should still do more damage to it. The head will always be staggered.
좋아, 간다.
The body will only be staggered right now. We staggered the head, and we broke the head. The body, we just staggered for the first time. Oh yeah, this last passive is the, like, don't actually die passive, so I know what these all are now. If the head is destroyed, what happens next time it tries to use coil? If it seems to just not be coiling up, I guess we find out next turn though, because that's when it would do it. As long as I don't do 200 damage here, which I don't think I'll be doing too much damage. Oh, I can't redirect anything. Okay, Yisung, you've got to try clashing. Clash for your life.
좋아, 간다.
Base ID runs teach you so much about Project Moon Spaghetti Code. I actually learned more about that in my Uptime 1 run, since that one's harder. Okay, it seems like he just skips the coil up. So this should be the last turn of the normal pattern. Hopefully I can win these clashes here.
규정에 따라 실행합니다.
Yeah, we talked about the Tiger Slayer targeting before. I still don't know what's going on with that. I haven't looked back at the fight myself. I probably should. See if I'm experiencing the same thing as you. Oh, speed is going to be an issue. Because, okay, yeah, you're targeting everything on Gregor. So, like, Gregor can block one of these, but he's going to actually take damage from the others. Can Yisung generating envy? He cannot. Yeah, okay, so... that's fun, I guess.
규정에 따라 실행합니다.
I think we have enough centers and like enough just health for him to go through that we will be. Oh, he had like no self charge? Okay. I didn't realize how low his self charge was.
시시했지. 흥조차 나지 않더군.
The reason that it matters that he's targeting the same person is because his move inflicts paralyze, and so then the first one, it does minus 100% and plus 50%, so it's still hitting with the half damage with like a potentially 20 base power move, and it can still deal a lot of damage. Definitely not EX clearing that one. Anyway, time for Shock Centipede 2. Why is Ryoshu fixed? She's not a fixed member here. Why do you have to bring Ryoshu to this random
예술을 보여주지.
fight?
앞장서시오.
그럴 듯한 예술이라면 더 좋을 텐데 말이야.
이 기회에 평소
Okay.
실력을 확인해 보죠, 단테.
Back to our regularly scheduled ring
적들을
mannequins.
제거하겠소.
얼간이들이 흥겨워하는군.
This is
대체로 저럴 때는
not a
이유가
good
있는
first
법입니다.
2 turns here, so we might be losing later in this fight.
적들을 제거하겠소.
But I won't reset for something like that. You think they just forgot to make her a fixed member for Shock Centipede? Holy evades? Look at that. Doing my best to not attack into their clashable guards. You are like 1 health off staggering.
있을 테지.
Farming sanity, please give it to me. Yes. Okay. So like a bonus 10 sanity from all those tied clashes. That's 2 of them an inch off of stagger.
그래도 가급적
That's
전투
Yisong who's just going to
중에
like
다쳤으면
die.
알았으면 좋겠는데.
It is better for me to have them staggered and alive than to kill them, so I'm not going to use my skill 3 there.
좋아, 간다.
Okay, he took out 1 coin on that, which actually matters like quite a lot. Because that means I don't get the bleed count.
기다려. 아직 안
So instead of
끝났어.
taking 33 damage from bleed, I took 2 damage from bleed. Because it went into tremor hemorrhage.
규정에 따라 실행합니다.
It is so nice that these enemies don't gain skill slots. I was doing, like, what's it, Spring Cultivation on my solo account, and I realized that, like, the Seed don't gain skill slots, because otherwise they would have been awful. But the Seed not gaining skill slots made that, you know, only a little bad. Can I realistically avoid hitting this guy's clashable counter? Back guy I'm just going to kill. He will be overflowed onto. Front guy, we'll see. Hopefully I don't hit it. Actually, you know what? I'll just chains him. That works.
좋아, 간다.
He didn't realize that main story they stopped getting skill slots, yeah. It's definitely nice. I'm imagining here though, it's just because we have limited sinners.
수많은 것들이 옥죄어 온다.
Is that true? I mean, I think it's just a thing that gets hard-coded onto some enemies.
거기 조각이 되었군요, 단테.
I will just full attack into these guys and hopefully kill them through their clashable guards.
좋아, 간다.
We love the 33 bleed damage from unbreakable coins. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the C that did it. So maybe it is just a universal change.
가오.
아름답진 않네.
The status damage so far isn't actually that bad in this Canto. There's a bit of an issue with, like, on-hit deal 10% of the damage dealt as bonus slash damage. That can be kind of an issue with, like, AoE. But the statuses are pretty tame. Because even these guys, if you don't hit their clashable guard, then they aren't full unbreakable when they use that skill. And so then you don't get 11 by 3 bleed, you get like 1 bleed. I don't think they nerfed Dulcinea, did they? I thought Canto 7 was like the only Canto that didn't get nerfs.
그간의 전투 경험이 쓸모가 없진 않았군요, 단테. 적합한 조치였습니다.
좋아, 간다.
Actually, now that I say that, is that true? I don't think Canto 1 had any nerfs. Unless you count Ebony Queen's Apple not attacking on turn 1, which, for the purpose of this argument, we can count. Canto 2 Ida got nerfed. Canto 3 Cromer got nerfed. Canto 4... Were there nerfs in Canto 4? There were buffs in Canto 4. Bull got buffed like crazy when they reworked how the stages work.
그 도통 알아들을 수 없는 말투만 고치면 딱
So I don't think Canto 4 had any nerfs, but it actually got buffed. And then Canto 5 starts every Canto getting nerfed, except 7, I guess.
자격은 없는 거지.
Good evening. Do we count the Sanity rework as a nerf or a buff? It's a nerf to the enemies because the player is at full sanity much more frequently than the enemies are. What are we fighting? Why am I forgetting what this is? Oh wait, no, this is just Moth. Okay, we're at the main event. Let's see how this goes.
가라고? 나? 뭐 최선은 다해보겠다만.
위에서 당신을 관리자로
It's
정한
only 1,300 health. We are ignoring what the body is doing.
있겠습니다.
Can we kill the wings? I love that my strongest clashing moves are like struggling in neutral here. That's a great sign. This is actually like one of my highest damage setup here. Wait, can I... For science, we are all inning on this wing. Can I kill this turn 1 at all? Please win the clash reissue. Yes. This is about as optimal as it gets for damage, and I'm even getting decent heads rolls here.
그간의 전투
Well, they
경험이 쓸모가
can
없진
do it, I think. If I got the first coin heads there, that would have broken the wings.
덕분에 위험한 순간도 넘어간 적이 많다지.
I don't want to imagine how many attempts it would take to get such RNG again, because that was like a very good turn 1, but at least we know it's possible. Let me try to get some sanity on people. Easy first try, imagine. That would be crazy if I can actually win this on my first attempt.
이만하면 훌륭하군요.
Oh yeah, I get sanity for that too, I forgot. I knew it was the ego resources.
우선순위를
You're only using unclashable, stoke the flames. Okay, yeah, that's right. You had this passive, that's like... If you aren't using all rat skills, you also do stoke the flames. Yeah, when at 0 Ember. And I was like, how do you even do that? Because my main account did not kill the wings that quickly. So, okay, what do I want to do here? I don't want to waste this attempt. I'm going to think of my options here. Unclashable, deals 0 damage. What does Shimmering Ember do to me? Gain Spark when hit by a certain skill. What is Spark? Do I get to know what Spark is? Spark. Inflict burn equal to burn on self against 2 adjacent. Okay, so that's what makes the burn just go everywhere. Got it. But that's only if that hits you without cracking. Okay. So as far as the actual Ardor Blossom skill goes, I still need to clash this. Ryoshu has the most sanity, so it should be her. So I need to hit a 77% chance 3 times in a row. Or actually, my base power is higher than his, so as long as he's not getting multiple heads rolls. What's the base power on chains? I don't think it would be better. Yeah, it's still, if he gets 2 heads, okay. And then that's 18, that's 14. Yeah, so Ryoshu is my best clasher. Let's hope that goes well. Yisan try to clash the wings. But he has Shimmering Ember, which is, this is that move, right? Scrolling so slowly. Dust Explosion. No, that's not the move, okay. Yeah, Yusong, try your best. Ryoshu, deal damage to the wings under that, I guess. I probably should just change the wings to help me just go all in on them again next turn. No sense in attacking the body. Alright. Let's see it.
폭들을 제거하겠소.
Ryoshu will win, Source, you asked her nicely. Not nicely enough, apparently. That's game. There's no recovering from that.
상정웨이의 공격이었어.
I'm fairly sure.
이것까지 숨은 것들이 지온다. 설마 알고 맞게 하진 않았을 테니.
Like, if the check that removes everyone's burn happens this turn, then I'll keep playing, but it does not. Which means Ryoshu is just dead. And yeah, okay, well, you know, we couldn't actually just win on the first attempt. That would never happen. Let's go again. We got pretty good damaging skills here once again. And I will just be focusing on damage once again. Breaking the wings for sanity is much better than attempting to clash for it. Should be able to break this next turn again. This is actually a fight where it's pretty nice to have these centers. Ryoshu, best slash damage, Mare, great gloom damage. Even Yisung and Gregor have slash gloom skills. Like, it's a pretty convenient lineup here. And like, honestly, go ahead and burn Yisung as much as you want. Body uses flames next turn, so I will change the body.
예술이 뭔지 보여주지.
절친은 낙엽하오.
Superbia is allowed for the challenge. I don't limit Durante at all. It's just like the challenge is base IDs, base ego. Everything else is allowed, and I guess no over leveling, like no, but that's not really a thing.
그간의 전투 경험이 쓸모가 없진 않았군요, 단테.
Okay.
적합한 조치였습니다.
We've got a 77% chance again, but this time he's chained, right? I chained the correct part, yeah. So he would have to hit like another heads roll to beat me. Or no, he has more rat skills this time, different amounts of ember. So it's the same situation. If he gets 2 heads, then I have to hit heads, otherwise we're winning. Is Mary able to clash? He is. That's nice. On the off chance that the body clashes second, I don't know which part's going to clash first, but maybe Ryoshu gets more sanity this
폭들을
way.
제거하겠소.
No, okay. But we're guaranteed to win that. Okay.
무불아위.
No idea. Yeah, okay, I see. Yeah, Superbia is allowed. I mean, partially because, like, it's already used in the story. It's not like this is the no Dante run, because we're using the base ego still, right? So far with the base IDs, I mean, Centipede gave me more trouble than I expected. Moth is giving me way less trouble than I expected. Like, these attempts are going well so far, besides Ryoshu having 32 burn, but like, you know, that's manageable, isn't it? I mean, this guy's a third dead already. If Ryoshu beats this clash, she loses all her burn. The lust damage being ineffective is annoying, but like the rat, the 0.2, I don't have to deal with at all. The envy 0.75, basically a non-factor. This is like the perfect center lineup for this. Yeah, that damage on Yisong is nothing, pretty much. We will ignore those. This damage on Gregor, it won't stagger him, so we're going full damage. If I want to be able to use that next turn, then I can't use it this turn. So I will avoid doing that. Yeah, okay, I think that's as good as this is getting. Hopefully we can get the wings close to staggering, maybe even stagger them. Force Inner 933. At that point, I would just have to solo, probably. I know it's possible. I saw someone uploaded a video of base Ryoshu solo. I don't know how much it relies on support passives. So I don't know if I could do that in this run or not. This should be removing everyone's burn. I like how easy they made this check. They at least Project Moon at least realized that failing this check like 5 turns in to just instantly lose the run would be awful. So they made that check extremely easy.
목숨줄만 붙어있군. 곧 끝장낼 수 있을 것 같은데 소감자들로 효율적인 마무리.
Ryoshu can't stagger in this part of the Canto, so I will let that hit her. But Yisong will try to clash.
폭들을 제거하겠소.
I will love my sanity Okay, cool.
귀찮은 보이가
And that gives me resources.
관리자. 우선순위를 잘 분별해서
Ryoshu can stagger? I thought this was... I swear she can't in the later fights, even though it's the same buff, but I guess that's just in the later fights. I thought this once per encounter was only the attack power up. Okay, unless it does change. That's fine though, because he got 1 speed. He gets enhanced down the line. I didn't realize that. Okay. It's fine though. Yisung has 40 sanity. Oh. Okay, which is actually better here? The skill that is guaranteed to win if I get heads, but I only have 80% chance to get heads. Or the skill that can lose if he gets all heads, but I have a 90% chance to get heads. Gambling on suddenly one day? I think this one is better. I guess this one gives me a 1 in 8 chance to lose. This one gives me a 1 in 5 chance to lose. Yeah, it's definitely the crow's eye view here. I think I'm actually going to just use triple ego, which is a little funny. Am I? Is that the right decision? I don't know if I want to use Mare's ego.
무슨 문제라도 있으십니까, 관리자님?
I will. Come on, suddenly one day. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't use it for the big clash. Come on, Yusong. Do your job. Oh my gosh, don't scare me like that.
이상이 무엇이라 생각하시오?
나라도 그렇게 했을
Saved by Moth with the triple tails roll.
훌륭하고
This is where all your Yusong heads rolls went? Are you sure?
좋다.
Because I don't know if you were watching, that was not a Yusong heads roll, at least not the first one. Okay, so it chained the wings. The body is doing low damage. Although, okay, Gregor's getting staggered either way. So it's okay if Gregor takes some damage here, I guess. Or wait, no, I can remove his burn. So never mind. Who's that targeting? It's targeting Gregor. Yeah, I mean, I need to do damage to the wings. I need to break these again. I don't have great damage right now, so hopefully that works out. I don't like this. We lost a Moth run because Yisung didn't feel like hitting heads on Dimension Shredder. Yep. Gregor did get staggered there, okay. So I need to break these wings, like, right now. We are going to one-sided break these wings instead of even trying to clash them, is the idea.
라이터는 챙겨온 거야?
And Ryoshu gets staggered if she doesn't clash the wings, so hopefully that breaks them. I guess. I kinda can't do much else. It should stagger them though. double tails roll on 45. Give it up for double tails roll on 45. 1 in 400. But I swear that has been happening to me more today than it has any right to. I think they messed up heads rolls.
최선을 떼지 말아야 할 겁니다. 가장
Surely on the
처리해야 할
third
것이
try I'll win, right
가장
guys?
중요한 송곳니를
I
드러내고
want to
있습니다.
play this out just kind of out of curiosity. See how it goes.
표정에 따라 실행합니다.
Gregor tails roll on 44, yeah. Okay. That counts as playing it out. They did something to the heads rolls, man. This can't be happening this much.
좋아, 간다.
그간의 전투 경험이 쓸모가 없-
You're not even going to finish the challenge. Or finish the message, yeah. Truly the challenge run experience. You thought the same a few months back? I've seen people complain about tails rolls and stuff all the time. This is the first time I've actually felt it.
대체로 저럴 때는 이유가 있는 법입니다.
I'm always normally just like, oh yeah, they're just getting unlucky, but this is...
좋아,
It's
간다.
been a lot today. How the moth is even supposed to be possible? We got close there. If I just kept hitting heads, I mean, just watch and you'll find out. This is only attempt 4,
관리자.
outside of a few, like,
우선
instant
분위기를
resets
잘
turn 1, I think.
분석해서 잘라냈길 기대하겠습니다.
You're doing this? Oh, that was turn 2. Okay. I kind of didn't realize what turn it was there. I thought I had another turn.
예술이 뭔지 보여주지.
Really? Okay. Close. Yeah, it's like break the wings, get your sanity and resources, use an ego to clash Ardor Blossom Star, and oh yeah, that's the main strategy that we're going for right now, is that.
표정에 따라 실행합니다.
9:30 will be very interesting. We have a very invincible Ryoshu to help us. Instant reset in your opinion? Probably I should. But I want to see what the clashing is like when I use chains again this
대체로
time.
저럴 때는 이유가 있는 법입니다. 이유를 잡아
I will probably start just instant resetting if I don't win the first turn clash though, yeah.
예술이 뭔지 보여주지.
Billions must chains.
괜찮은 보이가 번질러진 모양이죠. 관리자. 수많은 것들이 목재오.
We will squish this butterfly in our fist.
기대하겠습니다.
Okay, so everyone is 15 sanity. Ryoshi's ego is just the highest numbers for clashing though, so... Best of luck. Can Merrick clash this? He is the natural target,
좋아,
cool.
간다.
1, 2, 3.
무불아위.
It's still so much burn damage, even after winning the clash, it's 16 damage on everyone. And I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but when I have no way to heal, and I do so little damage that fights last a long time, like
것들이 옥죄어 온다.
16 or more burn damage is what scares me.
오번 수감자. 덕분에 위험한 순간도 넘어간 적이 많다지.
So yeah, Ryoshi is staggered here. She will go under her last stagger threshold from burn. Mare can clash the body, so he will. You don't have the best damage this turn. And Ryoshi's just dead, isn't she? Too much burn. Okay, this is the only thing actually targeting her, so as long as someone takes it.
표정에 따라 실행합니다. 나라도 그렇게 했을 테지. 이만하면 훌륭하군요.
Too fragile is another reason to use Ryoshi's ego to clash. I'm sure this fight is going to come down to the wire on damage, so getting as much extra as I can, very worthwhile.
위에서 당신을 관리자로
But yeah, I got like no damage on the wings that turn. I'm guessing this attempt is going to be ending promptly. I guess this will do more damage. But I need that to clash next turn, yeah? Okay.
좋아, 간다.
Tails roll, so he'll be staggered, so he won't be able to clash next turn.
그간의 전투 경험이
Do we know what gear Hohenheim was wearing at the end of this part? It was Big Bird, which doesn't make a lot of sense. Big Bird should be in the library, so I don't know how they have that ego gear unless they like found it in a LovCorp branch. We already used Superbia on this attempt. We don't have any ego we can use. So we are dead. There's just nothing that can even reach his minimum roll. That's a reset. Yeah, that's low enough damage. I would really prefer if he targeted Mare with more of these body attacks, but we got one this attempt.
곡들을 제거하겠소.
그간의 전투 경험이 쓸모가 없진 않았군요, 단테.
Yeah, Martin kinda the MVP this part. He got a voice actor just to die 1 week later.
벌간이들이 흥겨워하는
But we still have the, you know, the rerun of LCV checkup, which actually isn't too far away if they, you know, keep to a reasonable schedule.
좋아, 간다.
641 base ID run. You got past 634? What even is 641?
기다려. 아직 안 끝났어.
Because 634 is normally the only really hard stage in Canto 6. Is that Explosive Emotions, Earl King? Art of Blossom Star. Oh, that's the Wild Hunt? Okay, that shouldn't really be an issue. I know they buffed it, but I thought the buff only mattered at, like, the part where he comes to save you already. If you haven't tried just, like, fully playing out the fight and not giving up, I would do that. Do I really have to win this clash? Okay, wait. Who are these targeting naturally? Gregor and Ryoshu. I don't want Ryoshu to get more burn. Gregor can, so everyone hit the first one. Yeah, we'll try this. Ryoshu's 65% chance 3 times in a row. Let's go. We got it. They buffed the reason they buffed the stage is because Heishos were too overpowered, and so new players were getting there, and it didn't feel climactic at all to get saved by Virgilius when they weren't even losing. Which I think is a very funny reason for them to have to buff a stage. Okay, I need to do damage to the wings here. Yeah, Ryoshi's gonna get staggered, but that's hopefully fine. Actually, is she? It's just that? No, both of those? Okay. Can Nisong redirect? Not really. Maybe Gregor tries to redirect one of these. He's not doing too much damage either way.
폭들을 제거하겠소.
The best reason for a... Well, it wasn't a nerf, it was a buff. So who should you bring to 641? Yeah, I don't know, honestly, because when I did that fight, it wasn't an issue. But probably just, like, the good units for clashing, like Honglu, Heathcliff, Sinclair. You have to bring Heathcliff, I'm pretty sure.
해냈다. 위에서 당신을 관리자로 정한 데에
Okay, wings are a millimeter above staggering, which is really good. This is looking like a good attempt. Ryoshu is able to evade all of that targeting her. One slot, so I will do that. Everyone else just break the wings. Maximum damage. Do I need to chains this turn? Mara gets to do so much damage with his skill tree, I don't want to override it with chains, so I'm not going to.
예술이 뭔지 보여주지.
젖은 낙엽하오.
귀찮은 보이가 번질러진 모양이죠, 관리자. 우선순위를 잘 분별해서
One singular move incoming. Surely. Alright, guys? Surely I don't tails roll on 45 sanity. Right? That would never happen to me. I didn't even use Superbia. Do I want to push damage? It's not even that much more. I will refrain.
폭들을 제거하겠소.
No tails roll.
무불아위.
Ryoshu is unfortunately still going to stagger to burn, I'm pretty sure. Which means I'll have only 3 slots to deal with next turn's attacks. Ugh. Yeah, that means 2 of these or more I have to let go unopposed. That can be one of them. And I probably just ignore everything the body is doing. I think that's my best option here. I don't like this. What is your like offense level? Is Durante even useful? You do have like +4 on this. So it probably would be useful. I feel like this is a good attempt and the hardest fight of this part, so I'm going to use this to just help me deal a bit more damage, take a bit less damage, and maybe win a clash I would have lost. With like this skill 1 or something. Now, okay. Let's do this. Do I want to ignore the body? Gregor can be staggered next turn. He's not needed for anything. I would prefer if Yisong is not staggered. Which means what? I have to let one of these through. I just don't want Ryoshu to get like chain staggered. It's so annoying that. Ugh. I'm going to let them both get hit, I think, because I kind of like need to break the wings next turn. So let's just hope Mare can get like full heads rolls. That's a bad start.
내 팔은 변해 있었어.
Okay, wings are close to breaking, that's good. Or close to staggering, rather. And the tails roll from Moth on Ryoshu, very important. Okay. This is like before, almost. Okay. So Ryoshu can evade all of that, and then hopefully, if I'm lucky, deal like 20 damage. It's not really enough. But I can't just let these hit me, I have to evade. This is not good. We're just like slowly losing here. I have infinite resources, but I kind of just need Mare to be able to overtake something next turn. Let's see.
뭔지 보여주지. 기다려. 아직 안 끝났어.
Okay, now Gregor wins clashes. So, okay. We have Gregor Ego for this. He just needs to hit heads 3 times on 35 sanity. I've successfully done things that are less likely. I actually might even... No, I can't like break the wings first. Gregor, please don't mess this up.
좋아, 간다.
Okay.
내 팔은 변해 있었어.
That's 15 more damage on Ryoshu. 13? I'm not sure why that inflicted 13 burn.
기다려. 아직 안 끝났어.
If only breaking the wings gave me like a 15% heal on top of everything else, but it's already like a good enough thing to focus on. I guess it doesn't need that. How much damage can I get if I just push full damage? Because this is a very high damage skill loadout. Into the broken wings, can I do 400? I don't think so. I don't want Ryoshi to get hit by anything because she will stagger, which means someone needs to clash that. Go Mare, use chains. That I can let hit me. I can let both of those hit. So everyone else, just go do damage. Yisong, use your base ego because then you still have skill 3 next turn. Gregor, don't use your base ego so you heal enough to not stagger. Okay, please.
적들을 제거하겠소.
Big damage, we need to see it here. It's so winnable. You think you discovered a glitch on 634? Yes, I have that in my document that I haven't updated in forever. The sanity numbers are all wrong for every version of Earl King Heathcliff.
수많은 것들이 옥죄어 온다.
100 damage we can definitely do one-sided as long as people aren't staggered. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we win here. Although the wings are unbroken, so it's no longer fatal. Am I sure I can do enough? No, but we're going to go for it anyways. Mare will be alive no matter what here. And Yisong is also not getting targeted by anything. They can finish him off next turn if he somehow lives. But I'm pretty sure we're good.
내 팔은 뼈에 있었어.
There we go. That wasn't so bad. You used for 634 Heathcliff, Ishmael, Honglu, and Gregor. I'm pretty sure I had Faust on my winning team, but it's been so long I don't remember for sure. Okay, one more filler fight.
교정이라면 따르겠습니다.
Oh, with that out, I feel so much better about this, having that fight done. I think we can actually, hopefully, finish the part today.
평소 지휘 실력을 확인해 보죠.
예술이 뭔지 보여주지.
하던 대로 해보십시오.
Pretty underwhelming, actually. Yeah, he just had like low enough health. If I had to survive like 2 more wing breaking cycles, that would be rough. But his health was kind of just low enough, and the perfect damage types for the sinners I had. Okay. Back to ring mannequins.
실행합니다.
Centipede and Fey Lantern for the surprise true bosses, yeah. I definitely underestimated both of them.
이 기회에 평소 지휘 실력을 확인해 보죠. 따뜻해. 하던 대로 해보십시오.
Okay, I did end up using one Durante on that winning attempt. Hopefully we don't regret that. Worst case, I don't know, I stream the rest of this some other time, but I don't think we'll need it to finish these last bosses. You were so disgusted when you realized Centipede was on this Canto. He's not that bad. There were worse offenders in Railway too. Like, I would be much more upset to see Fox again. Fox was the real worst part of Railway 2 for me. New Railway with Envy Pekatula Heisho team. It is expected. At least we won't have to deal with Mao Ryoshu. They're definitely going to use Drifter if they do that.
폭들을 제거하겠소.
기다려. 아직 안 끝났.
He's ready for the Railway 2 Bakugak. Oh, and I'll have to do that with the Base IDs this time. I hadn't started my Base IDs account back when Railway 2 came around the first time.
젖은 낙엽하오.
손쉽구만.
Seeing Gregor and Mayor still be at 0 sanity here, I really wish that on-kill sanity was not level dependent. I don't know why it is. It's one of the weirdest decisions that they have made in this game, in my opinion, and there's a lot of weird decisions you could choose from.
예술이 뭔지 보여주지.
They fixed it on some IDs. Certain random IDs can get sanity from any kill, like I think Wild Hunt Heathcliff is one of them. So like they realize it's a good idea, but they just don't make it a standard for some reason. Will this stagger Gregor? No, he resists it. Okay. Actually, no, I don't think I might be able to wrap around kill this guy. Okay, we're going to try that. See if we can kill him before I have to clash.
내 팔은 변해 있었어.
Speaking of a base ID run, you have a tendency to not use Faust unless representation emitter. The thing is, a lot of the good base IDs just fuel a representation emitter so well. Like Otis provides you Pride, Hanlu actually doesn't, but like Ryoshu has the Gluttony and Pride, Faust herself does, Sinclair has a Pride skill 1, like you can spam representation emitter, and then the attack power down from her skill 3 is actually so useful. Add to the fact that she has the second most health out of all the base IDs and an evade. Like, I get a lot of use out of Faust on my base ID run when I'm allowed to use her. And that's, I mean, the main reason why she's my favorite base ID. Hanlu has a Pride skill 1. Yeah, okay. I don't know why I was forgetting that. But yeah, you just have so much Pride from the good base IDs. And then Ryoshu gives you Gluttony. Faust herself gives a bit. Like, you can use representation emitters so much. Her biggest drawback is the 2 to 4 speed range. That is the most annoying thing about using her. And yeah, we stalled out this fight long enough that we just have way more skill slots than they do. We're about to get to probably the hardest fight of this Canto so far for like a normal playthrough. I've seen just so many people saying like, oh, this Canto is so easy, or oh, this Canto is so hard. I think the people calling it easy are probably like, this is their first time experiencing a new Canto. They've always been like behind going through the game, making their team, but now they actually have a team ready for the new content, so it seems a lot easier to them. Because there is definitely some things that can make you lose. I guess also, if they are abusing the fact that Ryoshi was invulnerable, that helps.
교정대로
Mare did not win a single clash in that entire fight. He ended on 0 sanity.
고작 이 정도로 들떠한다면 예술가의 자격은 없는 거지.
And we actually EX cleared that time. I'm surprised. Alright, Will of the Prescript. We'll bring everyone.
교정이라면 따르겠습니다.
저기 모퉁이만 돌면
Always bet on a trio boss fight. I don't know, it's like we've fought 4 out of 5 apprentices, so like, presumably we'll fight the middle girl next part, I would assume. It would be a little weird if we just fought all of them except her. Okay, wait, I was soloing this fight for like literally 4 hours. This fight is awful to solo. Let me remind myself how this fight actually works when you aren't doing that. Attack and hit a prescript target. The prescript target is Ryoshu, so ideally she wants to not actually get hit this turn, which would mean evading. I'll see if I can do that. No, because I can't redirect everything, so that is just going to, or the odds of me successfully evading everything are so low, I'm not going to try that. Or no, these ones don't get unbreakable. Yeah. I can make them fail the prescript.
곡들을 제거하겠소.
I don't know the condition for Vespa spawning. It seemed like it was just turn 9 or something like that, but Vespa spawning is not a guaranteed win. Although when I can use the fact that Ryoshi is invincible, maybe it will be. But if everyone dies, you can lose, and I died a lot of times on my solo. Instant reset because of sanity, I probably should, but I just want to see if it is at all possible to win on the first attempt. It would be funny. Or just like, I would like to, you know.
교정에 따라
I just,
실행합니다.
whoops, that was not supposed to go unopposed.
변이 있었어.
창의적인
If everyone besides Ryoshu dies, then Ryoshu is able to die. And then if Ryoshu dies, you lose.
했으면 좋겠는데.
Like, Ryoshu is the target this turn, so I'm just going to let everything hit me.
예술이 뭔지 보여주지.
I just want to see how much you can abuse Ryoshi being invincible. Can I win this fight without winning like any clashes? Let's find out. Because if Ryoshi is just always the prescript's target, then I can't lose.
결정.
better off not deploying Gregor at all. That has been the case before. If I just treat this fight like the sweepers, so like Yisong is the target, he does, it's all slash damage, which I'm not fatal to with anyone except Yisong, okay. So like 0 chance of clashing anything, my strongest clashing move would still be reliant on a Tails roll from her, so yeah. I can chains though, maybe? Chains here, Ryoshi takes the other strong moves. Yisong guards and Gregor guards.
표정에 따라
Spread the damage out a bit.
수많은 것들이 옥죄어온다.
이쪽이죠?
I guess if sinking makes me panic, then I won't be able to overtake, so that's a slight issue
저런 광대
with this whole Ryoshi tank idea.
그저 농직거릴 뿐입니다만.
I have protection on Mare. Ryoshi can take the strongest moves.
뭐야?
Gregor can
Not
take
for
that
you?
one there. Okay.
좋아. 간다.
Like, I think it is just a survival thing. I hope I don't have to break the shield. If I get to like turn 10 and Vespa doesn't spawn, then I'll have to try to play this fight somewhat normally. I just don't know the Vespa spawn conditions.
해잔병같이 무릎을 꿇고 있을 때
Mare target again. Okay.
맞는 것 같아요.
평소처럼 넉살 좀
Can he win
상황을
with
개선해
chains?
보시지.
Yes. Yeah, it's just a scouting run. I don't think this will kill Mare. I just want him to live.
수많은 것들이 옥죄어온다. 나라도 그렇게 했을 테지. 이만하면 훌륭해.
I got the heads roll there on -30. Yeah, everyone's alive still. That was the goal. Gregor target. I'm getting a little unlucky here.
맞는 것 같아요.
No Ryoshu targets. I think we're just going to let Gregor die this turn. Yeah, sorry, Gregor, but
좋아.
it is your time to die.
이쪽이죠?
The more people that die, the more likely it is for Ryoshi to get targeted, which just gives me a free turn.
나쁘게 생각하지 말아주세요.
Okay, and here we go. Yeah. The guy that said you kind of can't lose this fight unless you try was probably right, just because of this. I mean, like, Yisong is dying, but 1, 2, 3, 4 with assist defense. Ryoshu can just take these two, and that's everything blocked.
폭들을 제거하겠소.
It's definitely a decision Project Moon has made with this invulnerable sinners thing. The Canto 6 approach of, you know, wins the encounter if Heathcliff dies is probably the better one.
이쪽이죠?
But at least, like, you can play the fights without abusing this. I still had fun on my main account doing this fight, you know, properly.
이것까지 당신 탓을 할 순 없겠지.
1, 2, 3, assist defense, and Ryoshu.
돌아왔을 테니
지령은 여러분을 가리키고 있어요.
Cutscene.
보여주지.
You don't think the nurse fathers want Ryoshu dead? I guess that is a fair point. Yeah, they don't want their years of work to be wasted. So I guess from like a storytelling perspective, it makes sense.
이쪽이죠? 별, 시선, 거울,
1, 2,
벌레,
dirt.
벼려진 감.
That's not
마-
clashing.
맞는 것 같아요. 지령은
Unclashable.
여러분을 가리키고
I just did
있어요.
not realize, but the move is still targeting him, so that works. So 1, 2, 3. Assist defense. Ryoshu.
곡들을 제거하겠소.
Place your bets on what happens to Ryoshi's daughter. That's a question I have not given very much thought. What could they have done? This might be a crazy prediction. I bet it's somehow related to why the Pinky Nurse Father can talk again, even though Ryoshi cut out their tongue.
별,
Is this like the turn you win yet? I guess I'm doing very little damage to help you.
맞는 것 같아요. 지령은
Ryoshi can't
여-
overtake
여러분을
this turn, so
가리키고
Yusung
있어요.
is going to die. But that's fine. We don't need Yusung to be alive.
교정에 따라 실행한다.
The daughter might not have existed since she clearly has false memories. That's not something I had considered.
국리
How would she have gotten her name then? If that was like a false memory?
나쁘게 생각하지 말아주세요.
최선을 다하지
And
말아야
there we go.
가장 먼저 처리해야 할 것이 교정에 따라 가장 흉측한 공기를 드러내고 있으니까. 이제 결집할 시간입니다.
Thanks, Vespa. Kinda saved me a lot of hassle there.
마땅히 했어야 할 일에 칭찬은 불필요한 과정입니다.
저 술래님들 이제 제 시야에서 남은 방은 딱 하나네요.
I wonder when, if we will fight Kira. You read somewhere that Ryoshi's daughter was turned into her sword. That was like a popular theory before the Canto, when we knew nothing about Ryoshu. I think it would be very hard to support that theory now. Alright. Making me recharge in Kefalin for just this last stage, are we? This account really doesn't need lunacy, although I use this account to get like Uptie 1 centers for my Uptie 1 account, so it's not useless lunacy. So I'm still not going to refresh with lunacy, I'll use the boxes. But it is just a slight annoyance. Oh yeah, I get everyone now, okay.
예술을
We'll
보여주지.
do a run. We'll give it a
즉시
try,
와 기대되네요.
네,
bringing everyone.
따라가겠어요.
앞장서.
And if that doesn't work, we will reduce our
그럴듯한
numbers.
예술이라면 더 좋을
Everyone
텐데.
salute Martin, he just got off screen. Yeah, sorry about that. Malkuth. So if this is clashing 6 lower, That would be a 5 to 11. That's not a great number lineup for this skill. Is anything just like hitting Ryoshu actually? No, okay. Yeah, I definitely want Sanity on Ryoshu. And I feel like Sinclair is going to be a good choice. It would be great if I could clash this AoE. Mare can try. It's a 1 in 4. Oh wait, no, you start with Sanity? That's actually very unlikely. I don't think I can clash this on turn 1. So ignore that. Which means Mare can't do anything, okay. Yeah, so you're basically max rolling always with your Sanity. You'll be at a bit less. But I should treat it like you were max rolling. I think that's just one-sided. Don't give them Sanity from attacking, and we'll just see how this goes. So I'll clash those and tank the rest. How bad could it be? That's a lot of damage. I had to get the crit there. Alright, anything naturally targeting Ryoshu? No. Ryoshu has 1 speed and cannot clash anything except this move. Which she can ego, so I guess I'll do that. As for the other people, who do I want Sanity on? Heathcliff cannot clash that? Okay. Sinclair... It's 6 attack power down? No, I only get 4. With 4 attack power down, this is pretty unlikely to work, but it's a non-zero chance I'll go for it. Mare can't clash anything. Faust can, and she will. Everyone else, evade. Let's see how this goes. Base center speed ranges plus bind is, yeah. That is the main thing that makes me worry for this fight, but I'm hoping by just never giving her Sanity, I can kind of just last until Ryoshu can kill her. We'll just have to see how much damage I take on turn 4.
쓸모가 없진 않았군요. 적합한 조치였습니다.
Let's go, Sinclair. 6 heads in a row. Alright, everyone is on 1 speed. Who can clash at all? Faust can try to reduce power. Dawn could take a struggling, and by a struggling I mean use an ego on this. Oh, that's even neutral still though. Do I want to use the resources on that? I should be able to use something next turn, right? Just a Ryoshu base ego to clash the big move, so it's okay to use the resources. I don't want to give them Sanity. so I'm not going to do any other clashes.
예술이 뭔지 보여주지.
If they make an ID of this grandma, you're going to pull them as long as... yeah. I don't expect nurse father IDs. But maybe. It's like, I think the apprentice IDs are much more likely. That was an unfortunate tales from Dawn.
삼정의의 공격이었으니 이것까지 당신 탓을 할 순 없겠군요. 설마
You get that attack power down from Faust though.
직접 싸워보질 않아서 그게 효과적일 것이라고 생각했나? 관리자의 전투 교육도 위에 제시해야 할 수 있겠어.
규정에 따라 실행한다.
무불아위.
Does this move have 8 attack weight? I didn't pay attention to like who this was hitting. I assume it hits everyone. 276 damage after winning the clash, by the way. Welcome back, Leiheng. No natural Ryoshu targets. No ability to clash anything at all. It's pretty expected, I guess. Let's see. I guess I want Ryoshu to overtake things, or do I want her to do damage? I think I just want her to do damage. She can maybe win these. Like, that's a neutral. We'll take that one. Oh wait, can Faust actually clash anything? Yes. Okay. Faust, please give everyone sanity. That is your job.
예술이 뭔지 보여주지.
The win condition is to break her shield, yeah. I know that that's how I win. Oh, the cutscene just happens anyways if you live, then this fight is really easy. You just abuse Invincible Ryoshu even more. I'm like kind of actually trying to do damage here. We'll see if I can do enough damage before the fight just ends on its own then. Yeah, it stops you like mid-turn as soon as you break the shield. It's interesting. We've got a few natural Ryoshu targets today. Actually, almost everything is naturally on Ryoshu this time. We'll see if those AoE moves can be clashed and just, you know, do damage. Yisong might as well clash that, I guess. Yeah, let's go for it. It is pretty funny that the abnormalities are just the hardest fight, the hardest part of this Canto. Just these fights that we've done before. Really, 3 tails in a row on 20 sanity from Rhodia, making that not be a clash win. Got nothing on Ryoshu and 9 bind on Ryoshu, so nothing is getting retargeted this turn. The strong move is coming next turn, so I will use chains.
본인이 다 시키는군.
I'm kind of surprised I can clash these, but I guess these moves are meant to be clashed easily.
예술이 뭔지 보여주지.
No more backups, is it over? I don't think so. We'll have to see how much damage we take on the strong move next turn.
수많은 것들이 옥죄어 온다.
It's like the less allies I have, the more moves are going to target Ryoshu, which means the, you know, less damage I'll be taking, since Ryoshu is an infinite damage hole. There is always AoE to worry about, so I can't go forever. But like, we're about halfway through the shield, plus apparently the fight ends on its own.
수감자를 고기 조각으로 만들어 봐야.
So yeah, here is the move.
시계를 돌리는 일에 너무 익숙해진 것 아닙니까?
It only has 7 attack weight, so... Right? Am I counting that correctly? So in theory, somebody could avoid this, but I only have 7 skill slots right now since people died, so it will be hitting everyone.
규정에 따라 실행한다.
I win the clash. I used Chains of Others last turn. How much damage do I still take? 229, plus like 20 more on everyone. This fight was truly not meant to be won. Okay, things targeting Ryoshu. We've got nothing. That one is, but it's AoE. Oh, I guess I can do attack weight manipulation. If Ryoshu gets up to like 3 slots, then maybe I could just win, but I'll get fined, so never mind. Yeah, can I keep people alive? I mean, Ishmael can clash these. She can clash anything, really. We'll try this. No, that can't be right. Two lower. Mare's dead either way from the red move, so I don't need to clash it. And we'll see how that goes. Okay.
예술이 뭔지 보여주지.
You gotta go now, good luck. We'll see. First try for something tonight. I mean, we got 930 first try, I'm pretty sure.
이만하면 훌륭하군요.
Yeah, it's starting to look like breaking the shield isn't likely with the current strategy, but maybe the fight will just end.
무불아위.
Endurance test, yeah. I mean, permanent 6 fragile. Maybe I can break the shield. Like, I can have Ryoshu take these things. The unfocused volleys might just all hit Ryoshu. It's possible. This cannot be clashed. Ooh. Feels so wrong to clash everything except the move that gives her attack power down, but I think that's how this turn's lined up.
예술의 문제 보여주지.
653 health left. Yeah, that's a lot of damage for a broken coin.
내 팔은 뼈에 있었어.
The bind is definitely a problem.
소감자를 고기
So what's this
조각으로
passive again?
만들어
It's like,
봐야
yeah, every 4 turns, cumulatively max 2 times per encounter. That almost makes me think it would end on turn 12,
익숙해진 것 아닙니까?
when that would gain its 3rd stack, so I guess we'll find out now. It's like, usually the fights that end early end after 3 cycles. That's how, like, Ricardo works, that's how Lucio works, I think. So maybe this is the last turn.
예술의 문제 보여주지.
Or like the next turn is the last turn. But I might die on the last turn because I think we're going down to just Ryoshu here. And I guess Ryoshu dies to poison, doesn't she? I think it's over. Rodeo lived on 1, that must mean I'm winning here. Yeah, okay. Well, there we go. First try for both of the last tiles. I think people just need to not give up. And actually equip backup centers. Yeah, that's wraps.
고작 이 정도로 들떠한다면
I'm surprised it's
예술가의
only
자격은 없는
59%, but I guess I did use a few egos. Base ID, oh yeah, I'll finish up skipping through these story stages. I will be streaming a solo this weekend as normal. That will be probably at the normal time, Saturday, starting like 15 or 20 minutes before the daily reset. And I will put out the poll for that tomorrow for what ID I solo with. So join the Discord if you want to vote on that, be notified when I stream. Thank you to everyone for showing up to this late stream. And I'll see you in part 3, which I'm hoping is a dungeon. Please be a dungeon. I want a story dungeon. I know a lot of people don't like them. There are some things that can be annoying about them, but I really want a dungeon. I replayed the Canto 8 dungeon somewhat recently, and I really liked it. But yeah, also feel free to add my account if you want the base IDs on your support list. I've got like 10 slots left, and then I'll probably remove everyone that hasn't logged on in like 5 months once I get filled. So if you want base IDs, you can add me. I'll see you next week. Goodbye, everyone.